Okay, Apple just recently released the iPhone 16e, and to be honest, I have some mixed feelings about it. Some of the changes, they make sense, and some of the others are just straight up lazy and not necessary. So let's break it down, the good, the bad, and whether it's worth your hard-earned money. So let's start with the good. Apple is making a more affordable iPhone. And let's be honest, a budget-friendly phone is a really good idea, especially for people who don't need the latest and greatest and they're just doing, light stuff on their phone. Not everybody wants to spend $1,000 on a phone, and I get that. And let's be honest, and I'm not just trying to knock Android here, but even Apple's older chips can outperform some Android phones. The iPhone 16e will also run iOS updates for years. And probably one of the biggest things is that it keeps the Apple experience intact. You're still getting iMessage, FaceTime, AirDrop, and the Apple ecosystem perks, right? It's compatible with your Mac and all this other great stuff. So if you're already in the Apple world and you're still operating on an older phone like a iPhone 10 or something, the 16e might actually be a really good switch for you. But if you already have the iPhone 15 and you're thinking about switching to the iPhone 16e, just don't. The iPhone 15, especially the Pro models, are going to come with Apple Intelligence, so there's no point in switching to the 16e for that. Your 15 already has better cameras, it's going to have better performance overall. The one thing that none of the other phones have yet is the C1 modem. And because of that, the phone is actually going to be much more efficient at what it does, right? The C1 modem is actually going to be connecting you to your Wi-Fi, and because it's more efficient and smaller, it allowed for a bigger battery. So that's why the iPhone 16e has some pretty good battery life. 27 hours of video playback. Wild. Now there's a lot of other good things about the iPhone 16e, but let's just go ahead on and move on to the bad. Alright, the bad. This is straight up where Apple messed up. Okay, let's just start off with the name. Where did the E come from? Us Apple users, we're used to seeing iPhones that are budget, right? Like the iPhone SE, right? We were used to that, and they just dropped the S and just put in the E. What does the E stand for? Like, actually, we already have the SE model. Why not just improve those instead of making a whole new line? Another kind of bad thing is that this phone isn't really new. Now, rumors suggest that it's just the iPhone 14 or even the 13 repackaged with a couple of tweaks. And we've actually seen a lot of this. I've actually seen a few videos of YouTubers breaking down the iPhone 16e, and the iPhone 14 screen is actually compatible with the new 16. So they're just reusing some old parts. Apple's calling it new, but it's really just the same phone with a new label. And let's be honest, Apple is calling this a budget phone, but $600 to $700 isn't exactly budget, right? Budget phones are usually around $200 to maybe $400. It just isn't budget. Then again, it's Apple. Plus, other brands actually offer better specs for less. Let's be honest, I feel like Apple is actually holding back on some of their features on purpose. No ProMotion, which is like the really high refresh rate screen. No USB-C improvements, so no like insane fast charging or anything like that, which we know that they have because they put it on the other 16 models. And no major camera upgrades. Actually, there was a camera downgrade, which is even crazier. Plus, no MagSafe. That is the Apple thing you're just not going to put on your budget phone. So let's be honest, Apple could actually make better budget phones, and they're just choosing not to because, let's face it, they want you to buy their Pro models. So that's not technically the end, but that's the end of the bad section. So final thoughts. Is it actually worth your money to buy the iPhone 16e? If you want a cheaper iPhone with, decent performance, and you're switching from an older model like the 11 or maybe even the 12, then the iPhone 16e might actually be a really good choice for you. But honestly, if you have an iPhone 13 or newer, there is no reason to upgrade. So Apple could have done more, but at least they're trying to make an affordable iPhone for those who need it. So what do you think? Is the iPhone 16e an actual smart move, or is it just another Apple cash grab? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, catch you in the next one. Peace.